In this video, I want to talk about something new that I've basically started, which is making these quizzes. It's a perfect example of why I say that the teaching evaluations that you fill out at the end of a semester, why they are important. Because um, I actually read them, which I don't think every faculty member does. And I'm not dismissing, some people might have incredibly good habits right from the beginning and um, I don't um, dare to think I am perfect by any means, and what the way that I am as a learner is different than how you are as a learner. And so I designed the class, initially how I am as a learner, and I make adjustments based on who you are all as learners. I can't appeal to every learning method, but one of the changes that has been asked for, which I think is a reasonable alteration, was that my exams used to count for um, quite a bit, 75% of the grade. That's a lot to have for exams. Now, if you're a good test taker, it's to be expected. But if you're not, you might want to reduce the weight. So what I've done is I've created these quizzes. And if it turns out well, I may even make adjustments so that the weight's a little bit more on these. But what these quizzes are is they're kind of like um, they're kind of preparing you better for the exam. So you're obviously got practice questions you can do. You've got graded questions you can do. Questions. But when it comes to the exam, you've got questions and you've got like only one attempt, and you've got a time period, 90 minutes typically, to do the exam. What I want to do is I want to create something where the stakes are a little bit smaller, but it's kind of like an exam. So kind of like a pre-exam, basically a quiz. So here's what I've done, and then I'm going to talk about the settings. So I've made 7 quizzes. These are all in Laulima. I'm going to make a tab here called quizzes on the side here, and I'll integrate each of the quizzes into the topics. Okay, I have 7 quizzes, but if you look at the syllabus, I listed only 5. And so the reason why I did that is I want to be able to drop your lowest 2 quiz grades. Whatever they are, I will drop the lowest 2. If you get through number 5 and you're happy with all your grades, then don't even do the last 2. I don't care. But it's, again, to create this kind of low stakes environment for you to learn. Now, like I did for the homework assignments, I'm having a common due date. So this quiz 1 is the only one that we have for part 1 of this course. Quiz 2, 3, and 4 are all with part 2 of this course. And so that common deadline for your homework assignments is already October 23rd. So you would do it then. And then 5, 6, and 7 are all with part 3 of this course. So that common deadline is December 4th. Now, most of the quizzes have a pretty standard structure. I have 8 multiple choice questions, and then I have 2 questions that basically require you to type a few things. Now, let's get to the settings. So the settings, actually, let's just show it to you on here. Let's go here. So this quiz 1 is the only one that is like this. I'm going to repeat that again. Quiz 1 is the only one that is like this. I'm giving you 2 attempts for quiz 1, only because it's the first one, and I want you to kind of like get an idea of what to expect. I thought about making a practice one, but the problem with the practice quiz would be is that it's not going to be realistic because it's practice, and it could be harder or easier, and I'm not sure if that prepares you well. So I wanted to create a setting where you could do it once. You could take the quiz once, and the stakes were incredibly low, and then you could just take the quiz again. So you have 2 attempts. You have to take these 2 attempts within 45 minutes. So it's timed. Every quiz is going to be timed, not just this first one, but all of them are going to be timed. And the way that it's going to give you feedback, let's go to the other quizzes because that's actually where it would be a little bit more relevant. The way that's going to give you feedback is it's going to give you feedback on the 24th, for instance, here of October. So it's due October 23rd at 11:55 p.m. It's going to give you the feedback at midnight on 10/24. And it'll tell you what is right and what is wrong. That would be useful. I'm going to also make a video that kind of talks about what the correct answers are for the quizzes. Quiz 1 is going to be a little bit different because there are 2 attempts. I have it set up like your homework assignments, where you would do it once, and then the feedback is going to tell you what you got right and wrong, and then you can take it a second time, and you can try different answers for the things that you got wrong. Again, what I want you to focus on here is I'm not just creating, and in fact, I should adjust this here. It's actually only got about 2 short answer questions. Oh, sorry, that is correct. The exam is 3, not 2. I thought I was talking about the quiz. I tried to make these quizzes as close to mini exams as possible to help you do even better on the exam. Treat these quizzes like good learning experiences for the exam. You should have, with only 8 questions, multiple choice and short answer, you should have enough time to look up things as you need to, but it's designed to also get you into the practice of not looking up everything, hopefully. And since this is my first time ever doing quizzes in my entire 17-year history of teaching, I do really appreciate feedback, not only while we're taking these quizzes during the semester, but also at the end of the semester. Please do make it constructive feedback, though. There's not very much helped by you saying, these are great, or this really sucks. I put some time into making these and making them useful for you, and I do hope they help you all learn the material better.